Welcome to Lawyers Who Care, the video show podcast that highlights attorneys who go above and beyond for their clients. And on each episode, we will meet a new lawyer and they will share stories of when they went beyond legal counsel for the benefit of their client. My name is Andrew Samalin. I'm the principal of Samalin Wealth, a nationally recognized wealth management firm for lawyers, their firms, and their clients. And let's applaud Lawyers Who Care and learn from them. Today, my guest is Russel Morgan. He's the CEO and founder of the Morgan Legal Group, and Russel and his team practices estate planning, probate, family law in more than 14 New York office locations. Actually, it might be up to 16. Welcome, Russel.
Thank you, Andrew. Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
My pleasure. So, Russel, tell us about how you came to the law.
So, my family comes from very humble beginnings. Our family came to the United States as refugees in the early 1990s. And we came with essentially the only things we can carry on our backs. My parents went above and beyond, notwithstanding the circumstances, to provide our family and their children with every opportunity possible to educate us, to open doors and allow us to do better and be greater than they were able to be with the limited resources they had. And this has been the driving force of our firm since initial inception.
When did you start the firm?
Our firm was founded in 2017.
Okay.
And our primary focus initially started with trust and estate planning and probate. We have since expanded, still maintaining our focus on trust and estate planning and asset protection. We also covered the realm of probate and estate administration, estate litigation, family court and matrimonial actions, real estate, both on the transactional and litigation side, and high-level complex commercial litigation.
And your area of focus every day, that when you come in every day, obviously CEO takes some time. Tell me about the favorite part of the law that you get to engage in, when you're on a case.
My favorite part has always been client facing. Interacting with your clients is really the heart of any business, regardless of whether you're in the area of law or something completely different. Our key and our goals are always to make sure that there's a personal touch. Regardless of size and regardless of volume, every client needs to make sure that they know that they are the only client of focus. So I have to say my favorite part of the day really is just speaking to our clients to make sure that they're clear, to make sure they understand what's happening on a day-to-day basis with their respective case, to make sure that their concerns are addressed. It could be something simple, some unrelated question that they're having going on in their life. But nevertheless, we strive to ensure that our firm is educational as much as it is utilitarian.
And when we first chatted before this podcast, you had mentioned that you had a great client story or two. Do you want to share one of them with us now?
So we had a very serious situation that we recently wrapped up where unfortunately we had two clients that were relatively young, in their 18 to 25 year range, with a murder-suicide of their parents, where unfortunately one parent took the life of another parent and then took their own lives, and leaving two very young children in a very vulnerable state. And to add more to it, they had a third sibling who was in the age range of about 8 to 12 years old. So we ended up with a situation where the two children, already traumatized from witnessing the events that took place because they were physically present when this happened, who now had to take care of themselves, continue to maintain their lives, their parents' deaths, and ongoing expenses, and also provide for their minor sibling. So it essentially started from us having to probate their parents' estates, materializing into both of them ultimately being appointed as guardian for their younger sibling. And towards the end of the case itself, there was some finality, and part of what took place was they were able to reconcile the debts themselves because their parents did leave a fairly large estate. The issue was we had to get through the process to be able to access the funds themselves. Nevertheless, at the end of the day, we ended up with a positive outcome. Both children were able to recover their parents' family home where they continued to reside. They were able to liquidate some of the investments that their parents had left, allowing them to provide for themselves. Most importantly, making sure that their younger sibling was taken care of for as long as possible, who today remains in one of the best schools in New York as a result of them being able to provide for their parents. And we continue to represent them at this point because they have now turned a bad situation into a good situation, to the best of their abilities, of course, by continuing to invest their parents' legacy and create wealth for themselves, their sibling, and their future generations.
And how old are they now?
They are in their mid-20s, and we are now on an advisory capacity, continuing with their estate planning, their asset protection, and more management of their current real estate investments on a day-to-day basis.
Incredible. Just an incredible, a horrific story with, at least stabilization and at the end. By the way, everyone, this is the Lawyers Who Care video show podcast. Today, my guest is Russel Morgan. He's the CEO and founder of the Morgan Legal Group. Russel, can you provide our audience with your contact information for those that want to get in touch?
Absolutely. So our firm's domain is morganlegalgroup.com or morganlegalny.com. And you can reach us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at 888-529-1315. Our headquarters office is located at 15 Maiden Lane, Suite 905, and that's New York, New York, 10038.
Gotcha. Everyone, Lawyers Who Care, obviously, they're out there, and we're on a podcast with one right now. If you're an attorney who does and would like a seat, feel free to reach out to us at 914-666-6600, 914-666-6600. Again, Russel, thank you so much for joining us today.
It was a pleasure to be here. Thank you, Andrew.